Hi, Soul Sissy. How you
Hey,
feeling?
love.
Good, good. You can hear
I'm
me and
I'm
everything,
well.
right?
I'm doing well.
All right, good. All right, so I
Yes.
just want to
hmm
thank everybody for tuning in to Just Breathe with Bree, where I get the opportunity to vibe with amazing creatives. And what a wonderful creative we have today, my soul sissy, divinely gifted. Hi. Ew, ew, I see you over there. You look pretty.
Hello.
Yeah, so listen, you
Thank
already know
you.
I love you. I love all that you do. I follow what you do and everything. Tell the people, tell everybody on live what you do.
So I basically do tarot readings. I do astrology readings, chart readings, and I also help people that need, information on meditation, any
Yes.
spiritual
So
advice.
I
I'm your
took
go-to.
a spiritual reading
Yep.
from you and it was spot on. Anybody who is looking for someone to do a spiritual reading, want to get some clarity on their life and maybe the next journey and chapter on their life, I definitely recommend that you go to Rosie. She is a vibe. I went to her, I think maybe sometime in 2020, and the the reading that she gave me was
hmm
spot on. I end up experiencing pretty much all that she said, and yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you ran with that. You ran with that.
Yes,
You was like,
yes.
yeah, is that what
Because
I
I
needed?
had never
Okay,
really
got you.
met
Bet.
someone quite like you. You know what I mean? You when so just to let the people get more info, Rosie and I worked together and we would have these deep conversations and talk about certain things, and you were just there. The type of stuff that you see, the type of stuff that you experience, I connected with you, and it's still going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I can really say that you are a part of my soul tribe. Like it's really hard to find those people you can connect with, especially if you now are
That's
awakened.
true.
It's like once you awaken, you can't go back. So it's like you need those type of people
Yeah,
that actually are on the
absolutely.
spiritual journey with you. So yeah, I could definitely say I felt that vibe with you. And it was like what I felt from you, Bria, was you was the type that was like curious. You was on that curious
Yeah,
mode. And you was like, I know what I'm
yeah,
feeling, but what I'm feeling, is it right?
yeah,
And if it
yeah.
is right, what
Really,
can I do with
exactly. That's
it?
exactly how I felt.
So
I was
yeah.
I was a little
Yep.
lost, lost and just trying to find my way, just trying to
hmm
figure out what it is I needed to do. And you came at the right time. Um, what got you into doing tarot reading?
Yeah.
I
Honestly,
like
it
that.
found me. Like um it really did find me, but I really feel like I was going through a really tough breakup. I was going through a divorce, and then I went through a breakup after that. So it's like I was looking for answers. And as I was looking for answers, I started coming across like tarot readings and just like self help books that's on that spiritual journey level. And it's like I've always had it in me, but I just didn't know
Yeah,
how to actually use those tools and really trust my intuition as much as I do now. So
wow,
it
that's
really
what's up.
helped me. It really
That's what's up.
helped me.
And so, what is like a card
hmm
that you often see if you are doing a tarot reading on yourself or doing it on other people? What's a most frequent
hmm
card?
So for me, I normally see like the hope card. So the hope card in the traditional right away deck, that's more so like you can see it as like a healing card. You could also see it as um, like people look up to you, like a leadership. And I've always been getting this nudge to kind of like tell my story to, kind of help other people. So I say, you know what? If I'm doing this spiritual journey on myself and it's
Yeah.
a lot of like knowledge that I'm gaining from this, everybody else need to know this too, you know, because it can help them. There's a lot of people that are on this spiritual journey but are afraid to come out. They are afraid, to let that be known because the norm is like, you know how they say you're in the
Yeah.
matrix? that's some real shit. Like that's some real shit. And it's like, if you're gonna continue to be in this matrix that everybody else is in, you're not gonna evolve. You're not gonna be able to be better than what you are right now. You're gonna stay stuck in this stagnant.
And when you say matrix,
energy.
You mean like what? Like lost in your head?
No, when I say matrix, I mean like you're going based off of the norm, what you feel like is the norm, what everybody else is doing, what you're following suit, whatever's trending, you on it. You're not able to be creative. You're not able to do your own thing and let it be known. Being in your true, authentic energy. Because a lot of people don't want to be authentic. People just want to be. I gotta be careful. I gotta choose my right words, but kind of like fake. You okay with having these fake friends because you feel like I need to have friends, or you're okay with being in this relationship because you feel like you need to be in one, but you're dealing with a toxic person. So it's like, you don't need to have these things. If this is not how you feel, you got to be able to branch out. You got to be able to come out.
And while
show,
and while
these people the
you were speaking, you mentioned something about creativity. How do you get into your creative zone, into your space? Ooh.
I do paintings. A lot of people, I have like.
You did that one?
Show. Well, it's one right
Who did
here
that from?
that I did. Yeah.
Put the phone up so we can see all of it. Okay.
Yeah. So that's one, and it's weird because when I paint and I'm in the zone, it's based off of intuitive thinking. So it's like whatever I may feel, I go off of that and I paint it. So with this is more of like a chakra type of energy tree. So it's like you have your yellow, you have your red, you have your blue. So it's like the throat chakra, the root chakra, you got the the crown chakra, the third eye energy going on, the heart chakra. You got everything.
What does the tree represent for you?
Plexus, everything.
Like, what does that painting represent for you?
Grounding, staying grounded. Because this area right here is pretty much where I do my business, where I do my tarot readings. So I have like affirmations that I use. I have my paintings that give me the confidence and it keeps me grounded as I do these readings. And
you
I
have
also have my crystals.
Can we see a crystal?
Yeah, I have the tiger's eye, which is for confidence and protection. This is also a grounding crystal as well. Then I have my black stone. This is for protection. And let's see, what else do I have? My favorite one,
that's pretty.
Amethyst. Yeah, this is the amethyst stone. This is basically for like calmness, clarity. This is also used for love as well. What else is another love stone? The rose quartz. Rose quartz is also a good one. I got crystals everywhere. The other ones are on the other side.
So you just kind of keep them close to you.
Just want to show you a couple that I have. Yeah, whatever I'm feeling, I just hold on to them, or I'll have them close to me. I also have like a little sack that I put them in, and I kind of put it either in my bra or I'll put it like in my pocket. So it kind of helps me.
And so like keeping it on you, do you go, keep them on you throughout your day? Is it just like, it's all day long? Wow.
Yeah. I even had some of them crack on me sometimes. And and I had to research it because I was like, well, why are my crystals cracking? The protection is that strong. Because if you really are around some demonic energies or you're around something that's just not pleasant, it could be so strong that it can crack your crystals. Yeah. I done had that happen to me quite a few times, and I was like, well, god damn. Oh Lord.
Damn, yo. But then you can also say like, how strong you are at that point, because if your crystals is there to seriously ground you and protect you, and that shit cracking, you're protected, you know?
Yeah. And also, like, since we're talking about crystals, some people may not
Yeah.
understand what crystals are actually used for. So it's like it's pretty much used for the intentions that you may place on that crystal. So crystals have their own intentions for you, like their own spiritual meanings, but the intentions that you put on those crystals are what helps you. So you want to be able, some people may burn some sage over their crystals. Some people may use salt water, because you can't just use
Tell
regular
me
water
why.
if you want to clean your crystals. And then because it's hard, it's like chemical balance, I think. So it's like if you want to really cleanse your crystals and charge them, it's good to do it with some purified water. You don't want to use like regular faucet water. You want to use purified water, or salt water if you don't have purified water. Yeah. And then the last thing that people do is they may hold it to their heart and hold it and set their intentions.
And
you can do
what
it
would
that
you
way
say,
too.
like, for a person who's a beginner, not really knowing what like setting your intentions mean, what would you say that looks like? Like, could you give me a little bit of your routine?
Yeah, I can give you an example. Normally what I do, because I do two ways, I'll burn sage over my crystals, and then I would grab a crystal based off of the element and what it's used for. So if I'm using a tiger's eye and it's supposed to be for grounding and protection, or confidence, I'll say, okay, I ask that you give me protection and the confidence I need to go about my day. And then whatever whatever you believe in, spirit, God, whatever, and then you say amen, and then you just take it with you.
Yeah. And so, like, if you had a day where you skipped setting your intentions, or you skipped going into like your morning like spiritual routine, do you feel off? Do you feel like there's a shift in your energy at all? Like, if you
When I
don't do
set
it,
the
like say
intentions
for a
on the
day that you
crystals,
forget or something
or
like
just
that, do you feel like you feel off?
it depends on what's going on that day. Like any typical person, like if you into those things, you may feel like, dang, I forgot my crystals. This would have been a perfect day to have my goddamn crystals, because there's a lot of stuff going on up in here, some negative energy. Like it all depends on what's going on in the air or around me. Yeah. Because some days I may have a great day and not have no crystals on me. And then other days I may have a bad day and I feel like I need crystals.
So it's all depending on how you feel that day.
So yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And so how do you respond to negativity when it comes your way?
It can go both ways. It really could go both ways, because just because I'm spiritual don't mean I won't pop off, because I could pop off if I had to. But I'm learning how to be mindful. I'm learning how to stay grounded. So what I do is I kind of like block it out.
Got you.
Or I mind my business.
Do anything to protect your energy.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's another method that people do. I don't know if anybody on here that knows about Reiki.
Please explain, because I don't even know what that is.
But I've learned. Well, Reiki is another practice where they help you to meditate, your breathing methods. It kind of helps you to be more conscious in your, opening that third eye. A lot of things with kind of cleaning the chakras. So they've taught me when I went one time where to kind of block your, like, to protect yourself and block negative energy, you could kind of fold your arms when you around someone that you feel like is kind of like trying to take your energy, or you can cross your legs. So it's like no one would know but you. Wow. And it's you blocking your energy. Yeah, so those are two good methods that people can use.
What's the best advice you've ever taken, and how often do you use it in your daily life?
It's so many. The best advice that I've used is to kind of like not let to trust your intuition. That's one. Um, to kind of always be in that authentic energy no matter what, because you want to be able to show people the real you, that rawness, because
Yeah.
it'll pretty much help other people, you know, and it'll also help you
Yeah.
to not be
Oh,
so,
I'm
you know,
learning that one.
insecure about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think of a really, really good one because there's so many. Um, and to just go with the flow. Go with the flow of life, because the more you sit there and kind of force things, and that's one thing that's hard for me,
Yeah.
because I want to have control of everything. Like if I have control of it, I know
Yeah.
that in my heart that is going to happen. But that's not the case. If you sit there and you have control on stuff so much, you're gonna kind of force it. You're gonna force it. Like you're not gonna be able to bring in what you're manifesting. It's gonna make it harder for a spirit or God or whatever may worship.
Yeah.
It's gonna make it hard for them to bring that in,
Oh, it's so
just because
like
you're forcing
spot
it.
on that you said this, because
Yeah.
like I've been going through my own, like, personal stuff and stuff like that. And I've been realizing, like, I want to be more of myself authentically at all times. Like, like how you said, you get
Mm-hmm.
in your head, you get insecure, you thinking that somebody's thinking something, all of that. And then all of a sudden, you missing out on life. You missing out on whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing in that moment, because you're so stuck in your head and stuck over yesterday or stuck over the next
Yeah.
day or whatever the case may be, instead of just being yourself and doing you. So I totally understand that. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
So do you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do
Mm-hmm.
have one more. And surrender. Surrender. A lot of people won't surrender to what's not meant for them. That could be relationship, that could be career, that could be anything. It's like if you feel in your heart that something is not meant for you, surrender to it. Because what's meant for you will always be for you. If it's not for you, then it will not be for you. But if you don't surrender to it, you're gonna be stuck in the stagnant energy, and you're never gonna be able to bring what you manifest.
That's a good one right there. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So uh what is like some of the goals that you have set for this year? Like, we starting off in 2022. We all got our own mental goals, all those things. What's something that you got for yourself?
I want to be able to start
Okay.
my aura paintings. I want to be able to
Yeah.
start doing that because I feel like it's different, and a lot of people need something they could be able to hang up on their wall
Yeah.
that
And you're saying
represents
aura? Like
who
aura?
they are and what
Wow.
aura. So it could be, and it'll be on a positive. It's just everything that's involving you. So if you're on this spiritual journey and you're trying to like do the shadow work on yourself, you're trying to do like just any type of work on yourself spiritually, it's good to be able to see things that represent you, so okay, this is a milestone, this is where I was, this is where I'm hitting at, this is who I am now than what I was before. So if I make an aura painting based off of your emotions, your energy, how you are now, you'll be able to see that.
Yeah.
And it
So
can
what you
shock
so
people,
tell me how
you
you
know?
would do that. Like a person comes into the room, to your studio or something like that. And what do you like? Just asking them questions about themselves to kind of,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then once I do like a quick evaluation, then while they're sitting there, I'm painting. So it's not just like I'm painting a portrait of you. I'm painting with like colors, anything that I may see that's evolving your aura. And then it'll be like information about it on the back of the canvas. So I'll figure it out. But it's like you'll have the information of all the auras that I've placed in that picture.
Oh, you already know.
So it'll be like that.
I want it, like, cause I feel that, like, I feel that. I look, I've had those conversations with you, so I know what you mean by that. Like, you often said you walk past people and you can sense their aura, you can see their aura. So I'm intrigued. I know it's gonna be good. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
So let me ask you too. Knowing that you were like heavy into astrology, what got you into it?
Just being fascinated with learning me. A lot of things that I'm into now is just based off of me learning myself. So it started from, oh, okay, I'm a Pisces. And then it went to, I know I got to be more than just a Pisces. I'm not all Pisces. It got to be something else going on up in there. And then it started from, okay, you're more than your sun sign. So it's like I'm trying to get people to understand you may be a Pisces, you may be an Aries or a Capricorn, you may be those things as your sun sign. Yeah. But you're more than just that. And then the deeper you go, you start to see, okay, compatibilities. Who, you can be compatible with based off your Mercury, based off your Mars. You know what I'm saying? Like everything. Tell
me about the full moon. Yes.
Oh, like the moon phases? Okay. So the moon phases are based off of like you setting your intentions and what you want to be able to release and what you want to bring in. So it's all based off of that. So it's a lot to it. I mean, I can give you like the basics on it. So your full moon is based off of what you want to be able to let go of, right? So you want to be able to, when it's a full moon, I like to be able to, burn my sage. You can journal things that you want to be able to release. And you do that. Some people do like burning rituals. So you can burn it. If you can't burn it, you don't have like a bowl to actually burn it in, you can tear it up. I wouldn't recommend putting it in your trash can. Either put it outside or you can rip it up, flush it down the toilet, however you want to do it. But it's because it's still like the energy is still in the house. Okay. Like it's still there. So you want to be able to give it that release energy. So if you put it in your trash, it's just like, I'm letting it go, but I'm not really letting it go. So it's best to kind of like either the toilet, burn it, or dump it. Mm-hmm. So the new moon will be you placing what you want to manifest. What do you want to bring new into your life? What kind of like New Year's resolutions. That's what the new moon is. So when you're dealing with like the crescent, the waxing, the week, all those are based off of the cycles of what you go through.
And there's a cycle
like
what, every month? I'm sad to say I don't know. But
the moon is like revolving like every day, so it's kind of like every month, but if you're into it as much as I am, you can actually track where it's at, and then it'll give you like a information of what's going on right now based off of your chart.
Because I'm one of those people, I don't really focus on the moon unless it's a full moon. Like it's like, oh, that's a full moon. And then getting to know you, now I'm like, oh, I already know when I see a full moon, this is the time for me to, set my intentions to say what it is. And to release, like
release.
Wow. Yep. That's really
good. Mm-hmm. Because people don't understand that it really helps. It really helps because if you on this spiritual journey, it's not a game. You go through so much. You go through so much. You can also have spiritual attacks. So you got to be able to know what it is that you're trying to let go of and what you're trying to bring in
spiritual attack
and do it in the right way so that you can. A spiritual attack can be like demonic energies. It can be somebody that's distracting you off your spiritual path. It's all type of things, because if you're in this spiritual energy, the devil don't want to
Right.
see you, you
Wow.
know, in this spiritual energy. Mm-hmm. So it's going to do everything to kind of
Wow.
steer you
Okay.
off your spiritual
Let me
journey.
ask you a question, right? If you were if your personality could be something edible, what would it be?
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Ooh, why? Tell me why.
Dark chocolate. Dark
Okay.
chocolate, because it's healthy for you, but it's tempting.
Oh,
But a lot of people don't go for it as much. They go for the milk chocolate. They go
okay.
for the white chocolate. They go for all
Yeah.
that other. They don't go for the dark chocolate.
Okay.
But they know the dark chocolate is good for you, though.
I like
So
that.
yeah, and it's
I like
healthy for
that.
you.
It's like, look, everybody ain't going for it, but you
Yeah.
know, I know what I can do for you, period.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I like that. What keeps you motivated?
What keeps me motivated is my son. My son is my everything. Like, I'm starting to think he has some spiritual gifts as well, like some psychic gifts. But yeah, he keeps me motivated, because there's been times where I have been in that depressive energy. I've been, you know, in that stressful energy like anybody else, but he's what really keeps me going. He's the one that really helps me to like focus on doing that shadow work on myself, you know, being a better person. Because when he gets older and he starts his spiritual journey, he has to have someone that knows exactly what they're talking about, exactly what they've been
Okay.
through,
So
you
you
know?
set the
So,
example.
yeah.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've caught him a couple times taking my tarot cards and doing his little readings, and he like, yeah, I pulled this card and I feel like this means this and this mean that, and I kind of push him. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
what do you feel off those
Wow.
cards, you
That's
know?
good.
And he'll tell
Look,
me.
ain't nothing wrong with a man that
Mm-hmm.
can express himself. You helping him to start early. So that's what's up. Wow. That's what's up.
Yes.
Well, so Sissy,
Yeah.
that's all the questions I have for you. Did you want to look at? Let me see. I think we got somebody who
Okay.
commented down here. You want to make sure you put your at in the comments.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, why does that
Oh,
let
you
me?
know what? I think it's
You mean like
already.
put my
It may not be. We so challenged, the girl.
It's already on
Technology
there, right?
challenges. It's a real thing.
I think I
I
seen
know.
one
I
question,
know.
but I can't see it now.
Somebody
I don't
did
know
put
why.
something, and I was
I
like, oh, but
know.
I kept asking the question, so it's all good.
Yeah. You know what? I think I remember what it was. I think the question was, do I put that in my
Mm-hmm.
classroom, meaning like in the daycare setting? Um So to answer that question, the only thing that I do in my classroom with my babies is I will do like yoga. I will put like meditation music on to kind of keep them, you know, grounded, because, you know, dealing with 2 year
Yeah,
olds, they can be rowdy and they need to calm that mind, you know? So I would do that. I would do like
that's
breathing
good.
methods, but
That's
that's
good.
pretty much it.
I love you.
And yeah,
And thank you for hopping on with me.
I
I
love you
appreciate
too.
it. And look, and that's
Thank
educating
you for
people on the
having
spiritual
me.
world and tarot reading and astrology. I appreciate it all. Thank you. I love you. Have a good night.
You quite
All
welcome.
right.
All right, you too.